So we were trying to work out, is Craig David, is he living in the UK now? Is he in London or is he in Miami? What's your setup? Where are you at, mate?
I made the move back to the UK.
Right.
I mean, my home's still there. Still got like my place out there, which is cool. But just realised that it was like, I felt like I was on holiday when I was there, which is nice to sort of feel that's your home and your holiday. But to make music is not the headspace I needed to be in.
Yeah, right.
So I came back to London, started working with all these young, new, fresh songwriters and producers. And just got back in the mix.
Well, was it too much to get carried away with the party scene over there, or?
Do you know what? The first year I was there, because I've been there for maybe 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
First year I partied my ass off like crazy. And that burns you out, because Miami will spit you out. It's like, you know what I mean? It's, you can burn the candle at both ends, and then you start to realise that actually you can't keep up with it.
I hear you, girlfriend. It's just party, man. That's what I do.
You had girlfriend there for a minute.
No. It's just, he's from Adelaide. It's, it's a little bit different to Miami.
The mad thing was that the real shift was just like, I lived the dream in terms of, you bought a place in Miami and like the palm trees and the beach and the sports car, and I thought that you'd almost be completed with that. Do you know what I mean? I'd be complete. I've got it. Call home mum, say, Mum, we made it. I've got the car. I got the like. But I'd be driving the car and just driving nowhere, thinking, what am I doing this for? Where am I going? Am I doing this because I need the girls to pull up at the beach and the girls to be like, oh, look at the car he's got. And I was thinking, what have we come to get to this point? And I was like, it was a real shift in my whole priorities in life and what I really wanted. And I realised that I just want to make music. And this is not about being in a car or in a flash pad. No one cares. Get back to the UK, get in the grittiest studios with the new young guys who are going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, back in the day you had a couple tunes that kind of inspired me. And I was like, okay, put the mic on. Then I'd see the mic on and I'd just go in like I was some kind of new MC singer, and just seeing the eyes light up and for them to say, oi, you still got that thing, bruv. That for me made me feel like we made the right move.
I love that word, bruv. And you know what? And we can hear it in your new song when the bass line drops, which is really, really good, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you're on stage with a guy called Big Nasty. Now, we know he's nasty, but when you combine Big as well, he is a big boy as well.
He's big, for sure.
And nasty. And does he throw his weight around up on stage? Do you have to stay out of his way sometimes, Craig, when he's
like... The best way I can sort of say is like a cuddly teddy bear.
Yeah, right.
Because you can eat for sure. Oh, don't worry about that. Trust me. Oh yeah, and you look and you think, yes, you are eating, my man. But the most genuine, lovely guy that you can be out with. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird one because I remember being in the studio when we were recording when the bass line drops, and I had all my Born to Do It plaques on the floor because I didn't want to put them all up on the wall and it turns some sort of shrine when you come into the studio, and he was like, Craig, why you got those plaques on the floor? I said, well, yeah, because I don't want them on the wall. And he's like, Craig, put those plaques on the wall. He goes, everything your mum and dad did for you when you were like growing up, all the jobs you did that you hated and you had to kind of like work through to make a little money to get to the point where you can have an album that. He was talking about him and his cousin used to get grounded and they'd listen to songs off my record, He was saying, everything you've done, and you've got it sitting on the floor like a joke. He goes, if you don't get up there, I'll get a drill myself and drill up on the wall. And I was like, this is coming from a guy who's like a new kid on the street, who hasn't sold any records, hasn't been there, done that. And I'm thinking, if you're speaking from that place, I better get my Black & Decker drill out and start putting to sit back up on the wall there. You know what I mean?
Was it also a reason to come back from Miami after this photo you took of Ellie Goulding from behind? Just on the was that when you thought, when you were trying to sneak a couple of shots of her bum?
She put me so in it, Ellie, on that one, because Ellie said to me, right, because there was paparazzi kind of
in
everywhere.
A bikini.
Yeah, oh, of course. And Dougie was there too, so it was kind of like, I was definitely like, I was on the, she said, can you take a picture for us? Because I want to take a picture of the perspective of paparazzi taking pictures of us. So I did the picture, but then the picture that came out is me behind them like fanboying the whole thing. Hey, can I get a picture of you from behind? I was like, Ellie, you put me right in it on that one. So you live and you learn,
Yeah, that is very
Can we, I mean, we've grown up with you as well, Craig, and look, I'd love to know now, look, you've come back to London to settle down a little bit like you said before, but I mean, does Craig David, with 7 days, I mean, can you still make love on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday and still chill on Sunday? Or is that sort of over now in your life?
Do you know what it is? I think I'm good up to about Saturday. And then Saturday, I think that I kind of make it 2 rest days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? Then I was like 17
old.
then.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still holding up. And even the days, I mean, dragging out to Wednesday.
Yeah, man. You're exhausted by Tuesday.
Just like, I mean, meet the girl. I mean, but it's different now. Do you know what I mean? We go I don't know if you sort of meet the girl, you take her for the drink, and you do that kind of stuff. Then we might go for a movie now.
Yeah,
might still drag it out till Thursday. Yeah, cool, and then we'll do something else, and then Friday I'm good.
You know what we picked up this week? Because we've been doing our show, the difference, we have to do the show late from London, which goes back early into Sydney. And we found every time we've been coming out and doing the show, every single night there's pubs and everyone is getting sloshed on a Monday night, on a Tuesday night, on a Wednesday night.
They're down here.
In this weather, it just everyone goes out and drinks till midnight, and then that's it.
It's that weather thing.
Yep.
The weather's just like, well, we ain't going out tonight, are we? We're not going to find ourselves with a little California tan in our hands. We're not going to get a suntan. Might as well get smashed in the pub then. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, every corner, on every pub, it's midnight.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's one thing here in this, traditionally people will get smashed, but somehow still work out how to get up in the morning and go to job. Yeah.
Mate, we were celebrating the life of David Bowie, of course, the other day on the show. I mean, when you look at a bloke like that, and when you look at your shift from Miami back to the UK, and you know other artists, are you inspired by the way and the courage that he showed to reinvent himself? Do you think about that when you go, what's Craig David going to do next? Do I want to do something completely different? Or
do you know what it is? Is like sometimes you need to go so far away to find actually what you were doing in the first place was really what people just wanted you to hear from you.
Yeah, sure.
At the time, you think, oh, I need to be a bit innovative here. I need to maybe like change up the style and keep pushing it. And that's evolving as an artist. But I realised that actually, as soon as I do a little garage beat or they hear a little that and they hear a little fast flow, I was checking this guy on this, whatever it may be. And that's why when the bass line drops seems to have really touched people, because there's young kids who are hearing it for the first time and they're like, what is this? Oh, I'm into this bass line thing. And then there's people who grew up on my music who are like, wow, this sounds fresh, and it sort of takes me sort of back to when the garage thing was happening.
Yeah,
So it's catching both of them. But David Bowie, I mean, I had a song called Hot Stuff, which used Let's Dance.
Yeah, sure.
And it was a huge influence, do you know what I mean, through my life. And just seeing how he always spoke from a truthful place and always would say it how it was. And he was always innovative on every part of his career. So for him, it was natural, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was so, in one way, it's a huge loss because you're losing someone who was like, had such an impact on so many people's lives, but at the same time his music will continue to live that legacy, that there'll be kids who will be still quoting David Bowie lyrics and songs for their new records. It's going to be
so true.
You have also you've come into the spotlight lately as well with a new, and thank you very much, mate. You've been really supportive with us, and you've performed on the Nova Global Red Room tour. Was that here in London? Did he do that? It was here in London. But you also today, and we're very grateful for this, but you are going to perform, you're going to do a cover of Justin Bieber's song, his latest song.
Yeah, we'll break that down for you.
Yeah, which is brilliant, man. We really appreciate it.
With a little spin on it, you know, because I think you've heard it, the sort of nice acoustic version, and Justin's had like the most amazing kind of comeback. Do you know what I mean? I would say they didn't even go away, but I think it was just a case of people like, when he grows up, do you know what I mean? What's going to be the
number
next?
one.
Bro, it's like you couldn't have had any more number ones off his album. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to smack it out the park, I mean, he crossed the ball and ran quickly and then headed it in the net as well.
Yeah,
he did both of it. He was the guy. So I'm excited to do this one.
What's been the reaction from the Believers? Have you heard from any of them after you've done this cover?
Mad love.
Yeah.
Because he did a song called Recovery when he was putting out like, I think it was every Monday, he was putting like a new song out for a while before he did this album. And it uses a sample of Fill Me In. So it was almost like a little hit the baton and I'll take the baton back. It was like a little like tip of the cap. So his fans have been like huge about my stuff. And I remember meeting him here, and this was when he was like the younger Bieber, and he went up and performed 7 days at when it was at O2 Arena. And he wasn't allowed to sing the Making Love on Wednesday thing because at that point it was just a little bit too. Yeah, it was a little too. So I had to cover that part. But I think he's all right now.
I was nuzzling into your neck on Wednesday.
Then I hugged her on Thursday.
And then I held her hand on Friday.
Oh wow, been a big week.
It's crazy. Ticking off.
My mama don't like you and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so